Good evening and welcome to the Town of Proctor December 9th Select Board meeting. If you'd please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Motion would be in order to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Motion will be in order to approve the November 25th, 2024 meeting minutes. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Open public comment and good stuff. We have this coming Sunday from 12 to 4. There'll be a Christmas party at the rink with Santa arriving at 1 o'clock.
And we had the tree lighting this past Friday over in the park with a very, very, very light turnout, but it was a good turnout, the people who came. And then we went to the library, had a lot of little activities for the kids. And there was more kids that came because they were at the Casella truck parade.
Yeah,
So they were in front, and then they came back in. So they had cookies, hot chocolate and stuff, and they stayed for a while. So
yeah, we forgot about that, and then it was driving by and we could hear him.
oh, the truck, yeah. Yeah, so I think a lot of people went to that.
It was nice. It was very nice.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice that people,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of trucks though, like Rutland City Fire, Velco, Fabian, Brick Reed, V-Trans.
Yeah, it was pretty,
There's a bus.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, we had a big attendance for the Enter Jazz concert.
Okay, I was wondering about.
Last night,
Okay,
they had, the closest count they got was about 120 people.
Oh,
wow, that's excellent.
Great.
Yes, and that did not include the band, which is usually 20 to 25 people.
Wow, that's excellent.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
That's a huge turnout. That's
They
nice.
collected somewhere about $850 for Brock.
Oh, okay,
Oh, wow.
good.
Nation. So went on for about an hour and a half.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is hard because there's so many things going on around town. Like somebody was saying with the craft fairs this week that there was 8 just in this area.
Yeah.
And that it's hard to,
Well, I left Clarendon Springs today at 4:30 and came home and West Proctor is the best road to drive on. So thank you for your, everywhere else was complete.
yeah, they were out there quick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the tell right from the tap, you know.
Yeah.
The proper.
yeah. Well,
That's good.
nice. Yeah. All right, and Genevieve, did you have something to speak to the board about?
I did not know. I'm just here to listen in. Thank you, though.
Okay. All right. Moving on to bills, those have gone around and everyone has signed them. So there is a resolution in your package for the ARPA fund allocation.
So Celia and I met with our auditors about, getting the balance of the funds into the ARPA fund and to asset fund, no longer ARPA funds. Moving into an asset fund so we can use them as we wish for either, whether it's retention, salaries, projects, things that we need to take care of. So he had me write it up like we did the original resolution and put the balance of 160 estimated. So that way that and all we allocated already and put in there in the prior resolution is using that total sum that the government gave us for ARPA funds. So all of it's now in the asset fund. So by doing this, it's moving that balance in there. So I need everybody's signature and we also need a motion, which I believe I attached to that.
Yeah, my
Okay.
only question is the last 2 sentences under section 1, it appears like that we're obligating it for that purpose. But that wasn't my understanding, that we were moving it to the asset fund, so we have free will over it, I guess. so
You
to
mean in
speak.
terms of the municipal workforce
Yeah.
retention? That's how the original one was written. And so he said we should write it the exact same way.
So does that obligate us?
No.
Okay,
As once it's in the asset fund, it's our fund.
okay, all right, I just wanted to be clear on that, because this is what we're signing.
Right. Yeah, and I sent it to him. I sent him the original one and he said, no, just write it as exactly as the one before. The only difference is that the remaining funds is the estimated amount of 160,000 for the purpose of municipal workforce retention.
Yeah, but where does it say we're transferring it though? I don't.
You're obligating it.
Okay, I guess I would feel better if it said to asset fund. Because I feel like if you're saying if you obligate and expend the remaining funds for the purpose of this, how can you spend it for other things?
That's the way the other one was written. Exactly the same way.
Okay, maybe it's just me. I think if something says it's obligated, it means that's how you have to spend it. It doesn't seem like you have free will over it if you've obligated it. But as long as we
If they're-
can,
They're happy with it.
well, I just don't want it, then
No.
this has to be only for that, because I think we need to use that money for other things.
I mean, I ran it by him to make sure. I mean, I can change it for the purpose of an asset fund.
I just would feel better, because that way it means it's for anything. For the purpose of, and that's what we're doing, we're transferring it to an asset fund, so.
Right.
And we're not transferring it to an asset fund with that specific purpose, so. I would feel better changing it, to say for the purpose of. Or for the purpose of moving to an asset fund.
I mean, he said the motion was basically, the motion is to move $160,112.41 of general fund surplus into an asset fund.
Okay,
So that's where the motion is saying, we're making this motion and it's going into an asset fund.
all right, so the resolution is kind of.
I mean, that's the exact same way as the original one is
I
the town voted
understand,
on.
no, I'm just saying they don't mesh for me, but if everybody else is happy.
So you want to sign this one?
Does somebody want to make the motion to move $160,112.41 of general fund surplus into the asset fund?
So,
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
I,
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
I'll give you mine. Pass around.
Okay, I only have a gold.
Oh, is it right? Cole?
Oh,
Second.
yes, it does.
Well, that could kind of stand out, be special. You signed it in gold. Might have
Yes.
more value.
I was writing cards and that was the pen that I grabbed. So, all right, and everyone is signed. Does anyone care if we just move to, the fire department budget since Josh is here? Rather than making him set through everything?
Unless you want to.
I would much appreciate if you were trying to do the move-in occur.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I figured the way you slid in here like you are.
You
You kind of-
Yeah,
Get the first truck out.
That's good.
Do went away, no issues.
That's good.
Kind of sad to see it go.
I don't think the garage is.
fire department budget.
I remember when we went down and inspected that truck very new. It was been inspected 20 years.
Right, right.
So, do we have the fire department budget?
Yeah, it should be the first one.
Nice, health,
It's 4,500.
swimming pool, our yard. And appropriation. I don't have it.
Do you have it? Does anybody have it?
Did I do it?
You do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's bizarre because I just copied and put it all in the packets.
boy,
I don't,
yes, it is. I got it.
well, I don't.
Want me to go make you a copy?
No, go ahead, you can just start.
Okay. So basically the budget, all the way through, it's only gone up 1.8%. The only thing that went up was the, what was it, the equipment?
Maintenance.
Yep, vehicle maintenance fund went up. And then some of these numbers I'm gonna probably tweak because they're more like the insurance, the workers' comp, the things that we don't have control over and saying, this is what we wanna budget. It's what, everybody charges us, like the gas, the diesel, the heat, the electricity, all that stuff. So might wanna take a look at those and just tweak them, but they're still really not that far off. It's not really enough to bump it that much up.
The reason I bumped vehicle maintenance up is due to the change in the state this past year. Any vehicle with tires on it that are over 7 years old will no longer pass inspection. Which means my entire fleet needs new tires.
Ooh,
So it was 15,000 last year and we're bumping it up to 18,000 this year. But you'll be down trucks too, so,
Down one truck. Unfortunately, the new one, I just got an email from Garth. That just went up $12,000 because the chassis was not ordered. The chassis is now costing us $4,000 more.
now is that on them?
That's an argument we're gonna have to have,
Yeah,
because it's not our fault that. he
Right.
ordered the chassis.
exactly.
But that also means the truck hasn't even hit the production line, which will not be here in April.
Right.
As the contract stated, we are probably realistically looking at December of next year.
Okay.
That's about par. Brandon ordered one a year and a half before us, and theirs just went on the line a month ago.
Yeah, they take forever.
Yeah, it's not that as much, the $12,000 is a big bite.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely willing to have that argument with them, because,
I was a little busy last week with this, but I got the whole thing for the contract book.
okay, all right.
Yeah,
And it's not like we don't have the money in the account.
that's not the
I
point.
budgeted for it,
Right, but it's
Yeah.
the fact that they didn't do their, right, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, definitely reach out to Judy if you need
yeah,
help.
like I said, gotta get the binder out, and look at the
okay,
conditions.
Right.
yeah, talking about the tires again, is that a new thing?
Yep, it got stuck on a rider bill in the house that went into effect July 1st of this year.
And so every
Every vehicle, even your personal vehicle, if you bring it in, the tires are over 7 years old, they're not gonna pass inspection.
but every truck that we have,
Yeah, well, I mean, you look at it, the one I just sent down the road at 2004. It only had 13,050 miles on it. And you're told there's no wear on it.
right,
You turn them just enough to keep the tires in good shape, but not enough to wear them out.
In the legislature, the legislature.
Jeez.
And I have a feeling it came from the tire manufacturers because they actually have date codes on.
Mhm.
So how many trucks are there?
Currently, they have 4 trucks that will need tires.
So this
They have
is-
the pickup, the tanker, engine 1, and the ladder.
So every 2 years?
Every 7.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if you wanna do all the trucks every
So I
7,
won't have a choice this year.
well, this year you won't, but going forward, every 2, you might. In order to rotate it to you, weird.
Yeah.
Right? You'd almost have to do it every 2 years again, even though you just purchased them.
And what's the justification for this?
Most tires that sit that long will tend to dry rot and crack. And it is a safety issue going down the road. Especially a 50-60,000 pound truck that you're sending down Route 3 at 50-60 miles an hour. You wanna know that you're not gonna have a blowout or an issue.
Even though they're stored. Right.
Just
Well,
because we get away with it doesn't mean everybody gets that one.
yeah, right. Yeah.
and plus a lot of, they take their vehicles out all the time just to drive them around, just to get them out and moving
Yeah.
constantly, so,
Okay, I remember.
yeah.
You should be so lucky your tires haven't tried.
Like I said, we turned just enough
Yeah.
to prevent the flood.
Wow.
So the case for the Golden Dome has all the answers for us.
Yeah,
Not for us to question it, but for all.
That is what they tell us. Okay,
So I guess like for the next, like when the next go around, when we start crunching and finalizing the budget, we'll have a better idea from different areas,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
all the costs are that we don't have. I mean, right now we can kind of guess with the fuel and all that, so.
before our next meeting, after Judy crunches the numbers, I just send Josh the budget before.
Yeah.
these.
Yeah,
Perfect.
awesome.
Okay,
Thank you,
Thank
Josh.
you.
Maybe move some trucks around.
All right,
okay,
have fun.
thanks.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, oh, I guess you could see, we're gonna talk about fire station grouting.
I know, that's what I didn't know if you want, but I'm sure he's,
Had enough of it.
Yeah,
Grouted
so-
out.
so that's the stuff that I gave you guys, the additional. So it was pretty impressive over there. Everything that they went through and the amount, and if you, I like this little diagram here and how they
Yeah.
showed where they grouted and the amount of cubic feet. And it was amazing, actually. I mean, I think it ended up being what, 586 cubic feet, was it?
And it says 520 bags. What does it say?
that was 94, and there were 94 pound bags.
Yeah, so I think it was about 526 cubic feet. Each bag's a cubic foot. So I think the only positive, the negative is the cost.
Yeah.
The positive is, I think, the fact that they use so much grout, that they filled so much of the foundation that it's gonna be much more secure than we thought it could be. So,
Yeah, when I was over there, he said, you guys got more cement in the floor than any
oh,
place
yeah,
in New England,
Yep.
probably.
they bought out every grout bag in this area and even their own supply,
Yeah.
so.
So I think it would behoove us to either use some of that surplus money or allocate some of the surplus money and then ask one of us for money that, let's say like in the spring, like April, that we have them come back and scan, so we have some kind of baseline about where we were and where we are now once we've gone through the winter and into the spring. Otherwise, we're just kind of living on a prayer.
When they did the work, they didn't offer final scan.
I don't think it
No.
came with that. It was just,
How would they know when they were done if they didn't do a scan?
Well,
Cause they,
you know, these holes were not taken, you know.
Okay.
yeah, they bored out 20 holes and filled them all, and they just kept filling them till they maxed out and they
Yeah.
couldn't fill them anymore. And he said, like most of the filling, it's not like it's going down 5 feet and just filling a place. It's actually just going down a short distance and then going out.
Right.
He said the voids were much broader, not deeper.
Yeah.
So,
but I think that would just, I think for the fire department, it would give them a sense of security, and for us, it would tell us whether you need to start thinking about planning on moving.
spanning, I think there was like 2,500, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the engineers too suggested, doing a scan after a period of time, and then he said even checking it, like once a week, once a month, once every 3 months, once every 5, not scanning it, but every 5 months. He said there's this tool that construction companies have that can test it. So, yeah, so I'll reach back out to him. I haven't talked to him since he finalized the project, but
I wonder if we should scan that once a year for maybe 3 years. or
I
something.
think that'd be a little overkill.
I'd rather get the recommendations from the engineer.
Okay. Well, I'm just, because this was a temporary, supposedly.
Well, originally it was supposed to be temporary, and I think it's much more than temporary. The engineer I talked to that was doing it said he doesn't even know if we'll ever have to do it again, put more grout.
Well, that's my own suggestion, whether once a year or every other year for a couple, couple
Right.
of times, just to see.
Yeah.
6 years down the road, you only spent
right.
so much and it hasn't moved,
Mhm.
so you know you're still in good
Yeah.
shape.
Well, I think, I mean, whatever, I don't know what this piece of machinery does, maybe it has something that's just smaller that you can see, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's more of a, nothing you see, but you feel. You know,
Oh,
I don't know if it's something that goes on the floor and that it can pick up where there's gaps and voids and stuff like that too.
If you get the same result, sure, it's.
Right. I mean, the scan would actually show they did, what it accomplished, I think. And that helps on these,
For $2,500, we have that money we just moved, that it would be well worth it to do it in the spring
Mhm.
and just see. I mean,
yeah.
that's,
Because they may
you
say,
spent 40-some thousand.
I don't know how much we spent, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, at least.
Yeah.
probably. To spend 2,500 just to be able to see where that lies, I think would be.
Yeah.
Especially for a weekend.
Yeah,
Just to
and
be
you
sure.
wait till
Yep.
the thaw and.
Yep. And plus the trucks will be sitting on it for a few months.
Yeah, that's the other piece, so. But I think, yeah, find out what.
But I was
the piece of
pleased with
equipment is.
his, he felt very positive about what it's
yeah,
gonna
I'm
do,
sure
so,
that's probably pretty
Yeah.
common.
Yeah, I mean, that would
Yeah.
be the best thing for us because
Yeah.
I know.
where are we?
He even told me, which I was kind of fascinated with, like, this wall up here that we're trying to get them fixed. He said they could do the same thing with that ledge that's falling, grout it, and it seals it and holds it in. So, might pass that along to
Yeah,
our
that might be
property
good
owner.
information for them. Could be a spring project with them. Okay,
Good, seems like a really good information that they supply.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
yeah, they've
It
been
was
really
very interesting.
thorough in everything that
Yeah.
they've given to us,
Yeah.
so.
It's kind of
That's-
fascinating, really.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll see it can go.
Alright, motion would be in order to move into the board of water commissioners.
So,
Second, all those in favor? Alright,
So the report, which I think I shared with you a while back from the state of Vermont for the water department, they had the criteria of, what was good, what had been some of the things that the guys had already fixed and repaired. One of them was just changing me over from Michael to the administrator, and we did that online. And then they did the testing down with the water department and actually wastewater too. And what they found with the water department is that they have the backflow prevention devices. They have 4 of them, 2 passed, 2 didn't. So we have to replace those and it has to be done by January 1. So we've got a plumber and we've ordered the parts and it'll be done before Christmas. The wastewater can probably hold off, and I kind of asked them to in case I'm more about the whole doing the wastewater treatment facility plant over. I don't want to make big purchases ahead of time and make sure that what we purchase, it can't be utilized within that new wastewater facility, which they always will be used there. It's just, can that be folded into the bond when we do the whole thing over? Can we wait?
Yeah.
And Nick seems to think that it can wait. It's nothing that has to be done by January 1. So.
Yeah.
any idea of roughly price?
So the one for the water department, is much less.
Just curious.
For 2 of them, $943.
Can only be like a check valves of some kind that or something that's.
Yeah, they're a regulator.
Right.
Yeah. And then the wastewater for, 2 of them is $4,800. Little bit different prices.
Consequences are a little different.
yeah.
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 But we have, just to give you an idea, in the equipment fund, we have, I just want to make sure this is, oh, this could have been fire. Yeah, I didn't write down their equipment fund balances.
No.
But they have plenty of money in their
Yeah.
funds, so. Just want to make you guys aware of that.
Anything else for water?
Nope.
Good.
Is there, the issue Newton Street,
Uh-huh.
is that resolved, or was there anything else?
No. No, there hasn't been, I'm waiting for a report from him, the homeowner. We have been talking, I've talked to the public works guys though about doing something down there with pipes. Even if it can't be the whole project, they'd like to do from Main Street all the way down there to Field Street eventually. But if we could do something on Newton just to get the one pipe so everybody could have a shut off, that would resolve a lot of things.
So does no one on that street have their own shut off?
There are a couple shut offs, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so. But yeah, we've talked to him and we've talked to the homeowner who had the issue there too. So he had somebody come in and there was problems with his pipes as well. That are in the house. So, but he hasn't gotten a report back to me or anything further, so.
Right. Motion be in order to leave the Board of Water and move into the Board of Sewer Commissioners.
So I am still waiting for the flyer for notifying everybody. It was supposed to be done, they hoped last Friday. So I'm hoping it's done early this week so I can get it out this week to everybody, so.
Okay. And then they're gonna come in January, we decided, or?
I think, no, he was coming, I think December 26th.
Okay,
Was it 23rd, 26th, 23rd?
so we'll just do them at the top of the meeting? and
Yeah,
then
right,
Just do the budget at the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
yeah.
All right. So I think it's important that, how are we getting it out there that they're coming to this meeting? Are we gonna just take a picture of the flyer and say they'll be in attendance at the,
Yeah, I mean, post it everywhere, put it on Proctor Parents, put
Okay.
it, you know,
okay. So we're just gonna say that, A&E is attending,
and I'll confirm with him again, but that he couldn't make tonight, so,
okay,
And that was the
The
meeting.
23rd.
yeah.
okay. So if you confirm, then when we get the flyer, we could just scan the flyer and then just say that representatives from A&E will be in attendance to discuss the project.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna be Peter.
Yes. And then from that, we can see if we think we want to do another meeting besides the, or if we want to have them come like Monday of town meeting, or if we want to do like a special meeting before that. I mean, I think if we have them come, they talk about it, whether people are here or not, it'll be
Mhm.
recorded.
Yep.
We can see what the kind of response is. If people are seeking more information, if there's a lot of, then we could, have a special meeting, I guess, just for that and see. So.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so out of Board of Water Commissioners at six
Yeah, we
28.
really didn't have a motion on.
On the,
To move in,
Yeah,
No.
moved in,
we're in it.
yeah.
So how about a motion to move out of it?
Well,
All right,
Second.
all those in favor? Maybe sometimes too quick on the draw. All right, sheriff's report received in your packet. We're getting some big numbers on fines. What was this one, 500 and something?
Yeah.
for that one incident,
yeah,
Yeah,
One was that.
I don't know.
they
It
didn't,
was a
no insurance, no license, and they were
Yeah,
speeding.
yeah.
I do notice though, like, they
Yeah,
are
the
in
last
certain
page,
neighborhoods.
page.
Like they don't patrol neighborhoods?
Well, they don't record that they patrol certain neighborhoods, so. I've noticed that the last few. So,
Good. So,
Yeah, 74 and a 50
Yeah,
mile, so it's been
we go through
probably
The
three.
top streets of the.
Yeah. So it might be nice if everyone got like a cursory drive by now and again.
Right.
I see the VSP of those one parking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's all right.
Yeah, that's good.
yeah.
So are they submitted their new budget?
No, I haven't gotten anything from them yet.
Uh,
I just based our budget off of what we had in the current year, what we actually spent.
Yeah,
So,
well, maybe I would maybe invite the sheriff then to the next Monday meeting that we're talking about
Right.
budgets.
yeah, I
I'm
know.
Sure, everyone is asking for a budget. It's not like
right.
for contracts or,
Yeah, normally it's kind of later in the year.
well,
I'll see what he sends me.
we'd probably like it to be the amount he wants, rather than the amount.
I know.
All right, town manager's report.
All right, I'm sorry it wasn't in your packet. I really didn't have, it was like, so everything was kind of focused on a couple of items, so I didn't want to do that. And I just kind of add to it as I go. Most of the week I spent with our phone switchover. It's been a nightmare, to say the least. So I've been battling that with both phone companies. The ground maintenance order was posted in Brandon Reporter in the designated areas around town, and people have brought it to my attention that they've seen it in the paper. So,
Is that good or?
well, they're just like, "You had to put an ordinance for the ground maintenance in the
Wow.
paper," and it's like, yeah, that's what we do.
Everything,
We have to
everything.
post it. So, I've not received any negative feedback
Oh,
from
that's what I
anybody,
meant.
but
I
no.
was gonna say, it's pretty much the same. so
Right.
That's what I'm doing. Okay.
The forester stopped by again last week with another check for $42,945. So they're gonna be cutting again, and now he's gonna look up at the upper level for the ash. Cause he thinks we should, while we're there, start marking it, taking it down, cause he said it really needs to be cleared out of there.
Today.
I did too, yeah. So, so he's gonna walk me up through there where they cut. I'm just waiting for nicer weather.
Or four-wheeler.
Yeah, I know, that's true. But
In there, but right on-
it's right, do you know where they kind of finished paving
Um,
on Florence Road?
Well,
Yeah,
Yep. You could see like they drive down and it's cut, but you can't, like where they've cut, you really can't, like you can't tell. Cause he said they've clear cut so many areas that it's not like you just wiped out a forest,
Yeah.
that they did it really well. Yep. Yeah, right. He's been excellent. Our forester has been on top of things, so
that's great.
it's very good. So it's nice to see the checks rolling in and stuff.
Yeah,
Let's see. I have a Rutland Regional Emergency Management meeting on the 11th of December. And there is a municipal vulnerability indicators tool training at Rutland Regional Planning on the 12th, which I went online to try to kind of figure out what this tool is, and I can't find anything. So they're trying to meet with the municipal managements, and it's just, I think it has something to do with climate change and all that, and this tool to kind of be prepared for certain things.
well,
So I'll go and check it out. And then I'm doing a seminar Wednesday on tax sales, new tax sale laws and stuff. So that might be worthwhile.
You're doing the seminar?
I'm going to it.
attending.
No, I'm not doing it. Be a really short seminar. We had to buy a new brush for the tool cat. It's been pretty roughed up and not good shape, so it's not really cleaning. So we ordered a new one today. They were supposed to actually pick it up today. $5,900. It was used, but pretty much brand new. The person used like once and didn't like it. And this one matches the one we have already. So what I've suggested too is if it's not too bad a shape, we might keep it. So when the rink uses a tool cat, they can use that brush. So we don't have to clean it every time. If they use it and they have salt on it, they
Yeah,
have to wash it off. So,
yeah, that's a good idea.
Sure.
Can I store that up there or no?
oh, the rink.
Yeah,
I think so. I think they can put it in the, but when they use a tool cat, they have to go down and get it anyway. So
Well, yeah, I just wondered less apt to get salt on it though, if you store.
Oh,
it
in there.
Yeah,
And then I did have a call regarding the Mace property and the burning that's over there and people's concerns about health issues that they've been having because of burning and what they're burning. I know several people have gone by and seen them burning different things, different methods, all, throughout the last couple months. I did contact, Albert, and he's gone over there several times. I've contacted the fire department and they've gone out there, and whenever they've gone out, they have given them a couple warnings previously. And when they've gone out these last two times, they said they were burning brush only. And that was it. So unless they catch them, and they can burn without a permit because there is snow.
Yeah.
So, I think unless we can catch them, if they're burning stuff, using product to get the fire going. And they can also burn their house, the house can be burnt as long as there's no treated wood. So, but I have them keep checking on it and stuff. So, and they're quick, like when I go, they go right over, so.
Yeah.
So, but the deadline was the 6th to have the property cleaned up.
yeah. So what's,
So we might have to discuss that because it's not.
okay,
And that's it for my manager's report.
okay. Any questions for Judy?
Nothing about over there.
No, nothing at all. I know they were contacted about plowing, not through the town, but someone else had asked about plowing over there. And never heard back. And then something about turning on the heat, I think, too. And they did turn on whatever they had to, or communicated back to people. This is all third party. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not part of it, but I was told this, so. But I have not seen or heard from them at all. So.
Okay, all right, so.
I did want to add just, because I jotted this down for the fire department, that their equipment fund has $533,000 in it right now. And their PPE fund's 1234, and their building fund is 28,996.
28,000?
Yeah.
So. So that isn't enough money to pay for the grouting.
No, because they're, the building repairs doesn't have, the building repairs, though, I don't know if that's a fund too.
Do you have a
I
town
gotta-
report?
Check.
Cause all those funds are listed in there.
Right.
Yeah,
That's 32. It's 32.
Yeah.
Yeah, 31, I can't.
Oh, did you?
and the email I sent you about the thing for January 1st, did you read that?
Yes, yes.
Did you know that?
No,
Okay,
I was trying, it's weird because I went to print it and it printed everything except what you highlighted.
oh.
So I
okay.
don't know why, but. Let's see, highway, general funds.
So while Judy's looking for that, at the next meeting, we'll have to, we have to do this, this is another one of those things that. By January 1st, 2025, you're supposed to have a state ethics commission liaison. Each municipality acting through its legislative body shall designate an employee as its liaison to the state ethics commission. If a municipality does not have employees, the legislative body shall designate one of its members as the liaison. So it's not, I mean, it's something we're obligated
Yeah.
to do, but there's a lot of stuff that all of a sudden is just popping up that by January 1, so and I'd sent it to Judy, but she said it didn't print out well, but you can find it, it's Title 24 Municipal and County Government, Chapter 060 Municipal Code of Ethics, and it's 1995. And it says ethics training, so if you want to go in and read it, so It's just, I don't know if you guys, I get all these like things from VLCT, which are nice because it helps you. But so that's just something, we'll have to do that at the next meeting.
No,
So-
so there's just the building sinking fund, which is probably the reserve fund,
Yeah,
and then the equipment fund and the PPE fund.
okay. So once we get the bill, we'll have to talk about how we're gonna
Right.
pay for everything. Okay, so we should have the bill probably by January 1st.
Oh, I would think so, yeah. And I can even reach out just to get, an idea of what they,
Yeah. Okay, so FY 26 budget department. What are we starting with?
police,
Please. What number is that?
46.
So I have 4 budgets. Why do I have the rate, the pool,
Everybody should have got 46, 73, 46, the swimming pool, skating rink,
parks.
parks,
Oh, it's 70, wait, 76 is,
the
no.
library,
Yeah, I have that.
and then taxes assessment, and then the appropriations.
Yeah, I have everything with the fire department and police.
How could that possibly be?
I don't know. But I mean, it doesn't make any difference. The police is going to be what, when you're just adjusting their contract or,
Yeah, I have them down actually, because right now, well, it's bizarre because the police have a lot of strange things tied to their thing, like lights. Like under that is like health officer, traffic lights, emergency management. I know you had this because you talked about the health officer. Maybe you pulled it when we were talking about it.
maybe.
Do you want me to make a copy?
Oh, wait, is this it? The one I wrote the fire department on? Yeah, this is it. This never had the fire department. I guess.
Okay,
Yeah,
oh,
sorry.
that's fine. So,
Which one are we looking at?
Number 46.
4,600.
Sorry.
I know when I used to do these budgets, it was like so confusing. And then now that I sign off on all the invoices, like, it's like, oh, that makes sense. Now I know what 4,600, it's like,
Yeah, you have
You
something.
start
that-
learn- yeah.
related.
Well, we're into the fire department.
yeah. So police is next. So, basically it's, there's a lot that never get any money put into them. The general insurance, which I don't know why we have insurance. I can't figure out why the league charges us for insurance. Cause we don't employ them.
Right,
They pay their own insurance.
that's a good question.
So I'm gonna ask them about that. And then I did contract services. So we budgeted last year 110. And I budgeted 95,000 based off the actual fiscal 24. So once I get what he sends us to see what the difference is, because he might have, the fuel and all that stuff in there to see what it is. Other than that, I think everything else is pretty much. I mean, I lowered like emergency management because we haven't utilized that.
So we don't have to buy dog tags every year? Isn't that what the dog expense is?
Yeah, we do get tags,
But we didn't put it.
but there's never been
Oh,
I don't know why.
okay. Yeah, I realize.
Unless the treasurer's office puts it under supplies, I don't know.
Because
I mean-
it offsets the revenue that you get?
Maybe.
Okay,
I mean, I'd like to see it unless,
okay, just curious, yeah, okay.
and then the animal control is basically part of the
Yeah.
sheriff's department.
Okay. And then streetlights.
Yep.
Have we gotten something though? It seems like we've all gotten something in our bills that say that electric is going up. Didn't we get that? in our-
Electricity's going up, sure it is, yeah. When isn't it going up? Yeah, and I budgeted, I mean, we spent 23,000, but I budgeted 31.
Okay,
And that's the biggest bill we get is all the streetlights in town.
yeah,
We pay a lot. They're definitely our biggest vendor.
yeah.
So
So,
we changed those, how many years ago, was a different light, was it LED light?
Yeah, they've changed. Are all of them LED?
think they are.
Aren't they all?
Even the old school ones?
I thought they were all. up
Well,
to
they
date.
changed the heads on them.
I thought it was supposed to save money,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I don't know if they're all true. Well, some of them, like that one at the triangle, I don't think that's ever been changed. The heads on that.
Right.
are old school. And some of the, like maybe the one up here at the end of Main Street, because it's an old looking one too, remember?
They bill everything is like the blinking light is a separate bill. At the,
Yeah,
by the
because there's
library.
one at the school,
Yeah.
one at the library.
And
yeah.
then the bridge lights are separate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The emergency. Cause I noticed mine is like, my electric bill is like $100. And I was going through it to itemize, and the emergency fee was like almost $4.
I think that's for like,
For like snowstorms and stuff, right?
oh, I thought it was for anything, for FEMA, for flood or anything like that. That's
Well, I
what.
thought it was anytime they were called out
Oh,
on an emergency.
I don't know.
That could be cover overtime.
Yeah, so if my
Sounds familiar.
$100 bill, is $4, I would do with these bills.
Oh, you should
are charged.
stacks. I feel like we get them every week.
Overhead. Get stuff in
Yeah.
Well, I mean, every pump station, the well says,
Well, and the lights in the park are separate and,
yep,
yeah, so,
yep,
okay, so I mean, a lot of these are fixed that we can't
right.
do anything with.
Street lights from the law. 2 a.m.
there.
Well, they do, don't they?
Had two of them.
Those, these go off. These are programmed right here, the big ones. Yep. We set them downstairs.
Yeah, so that's,
The other ones go off at like 6 something. I
Yeah.
think.
they're usually light driven, aren't they?
Yeah, they have a photo sensor.
Yeah,
they're on
no,
the head.
there's one, so they are.
Yeah, they're on a sensor too. 'cause
Yeah, I
you
think they're on a sensor. These are more on timer because we have to change them during daylight savings time because they automatically, like we'll say, go on at 6. Go off at 4 or opposite, go on at 4, go off at 6 in the morning. But then with the dark, when it changes, we have to say, all right, go on at 7.
Bridge ones are on, why not come in there?
Yeah, they are a
At
lot.
7 o'clock on Saturday for coffee. At
Yeah.
Church, and there's some days that they're on and there's no need of it.
Yeah.
If they're light,
Right.
if they're all got individual sensors.
Oh, I don't think they do. I thought they were
No,
on
I
the
think they're all,
timer.
must be all tied together.
Yeah,
because
I thought before, because one time you had to change it when we did switch daylight
I
savings
don't
or
know
something.
where the control.
It's downstairs.
For the bridge lights too?
Oh, I don't think we control those now.
Yeah, but there is something, because we had to do it once before, because they were on at a weird time.
Unless maybe when he does it downstairs to do these new lights, it also controls
I
those
don't
lights.
think so. No, I think there's a separate thing over there. For the bridge lights. I don't know. I'll have to pay attention, I guess, when they're on and off. I don't know. I should pay attention right there, and I don't. Yeah.
Here, we'll sign that for you.
All right, cool.
So the pool, I have it down just because, well, we've lost a lot of people and hopefully we will replace them. I'm guessing some of the people we'll replace will be a lesser, for the direct labor than in past. So I bumped it up from what we actually spent this past year, but lowered it from what we budgeted in fiscal 25.
Spring.
See, it's not just me.
No, it is you guys, because I printed one whole packet and put it in everybody's packet.
Is this?
Lisa has.
That's the pool.
Okay.
I'm not taking the hit on this one, guys.
Blame it.
Judy did it.
Yeah.
I know, I was gonna staple and I'm like, well, some people don't like things stapled because they like to,
Okay.
um. So training, I bumped up a little in case, we do have to train new people. uniforms, just because of costs going up. But even that could be less because we didn't spend that much, but if we're getting new people, they don't have returning, with their uniforms and stuff, some of them did.
Like in chlorine, there's no numbers then,
Because we don't use chlorine.
Yeah, we don't hear.
so.
Because
There's a lot of budget line
they
items that aren't,
The line of the bottom, they just live forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I can delete them from here so you
Yeah.
don't see them, but it's like,
that's just.
there's tons of them in there,
Yeah.
or like repeats,
Yeah.
We wish we could use chlorine because that would solve a lot of our problems.
And is E. coli monitoring that cheap? It seems weird.
Well, it's because we do it ourselves.
Okay. I was like, why did they ever budget that much?
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
I think when we had the wastewater and water treatment plant were
Yeah.
from our guys.
So electricity seems really high, I think, at the pool, and I wonder if part of the cost is having that yard light on. 364 days a year. If there's some way we could turn that off.
I don't know. I mean, it's gotta be that light because there's no other lights up there during the year, but they just bill us like, yeah, I mean, the usage is low, but there's still a fee that they bill us. Doesn't matter.
Whether the light's on or not.
Yeah, like if you don't use electricity in certain areas, we get a bill for every single department we have.
Everything metered now?
No,
That's not automatically metered?
no,
But I mean, it just seems weird that it's 6 or 500 and some dollars, 300, well, I mean, what is it? Oh, it's
388.
388. I mean,
I mean, the rink is over 1,000.
you plug the refrigerator and freezer in up there for 2 months. You
Right.
plug it in the end, middle of June, and you unplug it the middle of August.
Right.
So, and you have the stereo going.
It's gotta be metered
Yeah.
somehow.
Well, it has to be, so they need. to-
Yeah, because they know how many kilowatts you use.
They put in the automatic. meter.
Yeah, so they could just drive by.
Right,
And they
Yep.
automatically get,
right,
well, that's what they should all be, so you get in the accurate.
yep,
It's not in a box.
right. I mean, I can look at this to see like is, June, July, August higher for some reason than the rest of the months, but
Yeah. Might be just for,
I mean, the rink was over 1,000 and that wasn't open,
Is there
a lot.
There's no AC unit in there, right?
They
yeah,
have
heat pumps and
so-
AC,
Well, probably you turn those lights on at the rink and it probably just goes,
right?
doesn't
Yeah,
take much.
And I think the heat pumps have really bumped up the electricity bill.
But at the pool, I mean, it's like, if we're paying to have that yard light on, it seems.
They don't
Nuts.
charge a flat fee for any certain service, do they?
No. Just trying to see something else.
Now, when you see here, the street light, that's
There's a light up by the building that's on
all
all the time.
That's closed at 6 or something.
Yeah, but I mean, if you drove up there now, it's on,
Oh,
yeah,
so.
Well, the Little League field is for almost 500. And that's
That-
not used all winter long.
But that light should be considered a street light because it's on the street.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's actually even facing the street,
right.
so.
I don't know. I can check. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, it just seems like,
You must have, something that is updated.
yeah, it just seems like that's a lot of money for facilities that are not used.
I mean, when I think of the bills, it's like there's no bill that's less than like 29 something a month.
$29.
Yeah, so that's gonna be over $300 a year regardless.
there's no need of that being on at night up.
Yeah, but so we just tell them I mean.
But
You think they're not paying, you think that we're not paying to have the light on, we're just paying a fee because we have
the service is
electricity
there,
at
the
that
service
building.
is there.
Service fee of some kind.
Yes, that's what I
Yeah.
meant, it's like a flat fee for.
Oh, Well, if we could just see, I just look at the pool.
All right.
house And just see, like, if you can delineate what that monthly cost is.
Okay.
If that's the cost to bring service, I mean, I know there's a flat fee to bring it to a building, but if that's what it is, I guess.
Well, I would think initiated an initial fee maybe, but not a monthly service
Well,
fee.
they probably depreciate the value of this license.
Yeah, it's just a go pretty much through the ball.
Yeah.
Shoot it out.
Okay,
I didn't say it.
all right, so, yeah. I think that looks pretty good. There's a lot of unknowns up there because of new.
Exactly,
stuff.
that's, yep.
It's gonna be tough for this year. So, all right. Skating rink?
So the skating rink is up and mostly that I would say is due to building and grounds improvement. Everything else has kind of stayed the same. The heat again has gone up over the last couple of years, actually.
Oh, so I did have a question between the rink and the pool with the phone. Because once again, the pool's paying, well, you're budgeting $700, they paid $687.
Right,
And the rink is actually paid $840, but you budgeted $6.
right. And I did that. I probably should have lowered. I don't have any idea why the pool is so high.
Are they still sharing the same number or they have different numbers?
They all have different numbers.
Hmm.
But I lowered this one because with the new phone system, it should go way down. Everybody should go way down. We're just in that transition where Consolidated keeps charging us and the other company isn't changing the portals over simultaneously and get everything done. I said to him, I said, we started this in May. I said, we're in December now. This should have been done in 2 weeks, a month, the quickest. And it's not. It's
So
like, oh,
Consolidated still considers us a customer?
oh yeah, they're billing us every month because the portals haven't been swapped over yet. And so I'm blaming both of them for communication. And then the internet Consolidated, when they closed out the lines, like in wastewater and stuff like that, they closed out the internet too. And that wasn't the intent. We wanted the DSL kept there.
Yeah,
And once they closed it out, they said it was grandfathered in, so we couldn't reconnect to that. So then we had to find a new internet service. And so now they're charging us to reconnect new internet service. And so I don't know where the miscommunication is between the new company and the old company, but it's been,
so who is switched over and who isn't?
they're pretty much all switched over right now. We were just waiting for the last 2 internet connections.
Okay,
So I said, why are we being billed by you if we're getting service from you? And why is Consolidated still billing us for service if we don't have service with them?
yeah. Holy Jesus.
Yeah, it's,
Okay, it just seems like for a place that's open 2 months,
oh, I know.
$700 for the phone.
Yeah.
Also is a little, I mean.
And I don't even know why need a phone really. Everybody's
you
cell
phone
phone,
in case of emergency there, even though.
right? If you have a landline.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has a cell
Cell
phone pretty
phone.
much up there, but I don't know. I think it's probably good practice, you
Right.
know, to have it. And
Right,
I don't ever remember it being, I mean, it used to be it was $700 and you split it, you know, the rink paid half, the pool paid half.
yeah, I don't,
So, and the rink, I get, I mean, you're using it year round, you've got more things going on. But it just seems strange that it's that
Right.
much, you know, I don't know.
and then the internet had 0 because it was always paid through donations.
Okay,
That was set up that way.
yeah,
Everything else, I have rig equipment purchased just for different small pieces of equipment to repair skates,
yeah.
things like that.
It does seem like the heat number over at the rink is exceptionally high too. I mean, wasn't that the point of the heat pumps to?
Well, I think part of that is heat and AC.
Oh,
Now that'd be under electricity. Probably.
Still pretty hot.
well, electricity's pretty
The
high.
2 of them are pretty high together, electricity and heat.
I wonder how much, it'd be interesting to know at the end of the season, how many gallons of oil they use up
No, they just delivered oil, but it was only like 85 gallons or something.
I don't know, it just seems like $2,000 for heat.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll look into those two, just to see about
Yeah,
fronting them.
all right. All right, anything else for pool? Right. Moving on to parks.
So last year we budgeted more for our yard, and this year I reduced it back down and separated them out just because I think it makes it easier for Celia down in the when she's coding bills to keep track of what's really our yard and what's the park, wreaths, things like that.
Okay,
So I said, okay, I'll swap it back out. And I have the West Mountain Forest because we've been paying him,
yeah,
but we'll have revenue for that at least.
but we're paying him he takes the money from the check before you get the check, right?
Yes.
But you just had to pay the forester to mark in the
Yeah,
beginning?
yeah.
So you had to pay him before we cut?
We paid him for marking. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And that could even be, maybe I'll ask
That could
Celia about
probably
that,
be-
because that could probably be zeroed out
Yeah.
because it's coming out of the revenue we're getting from.
Yeah, if we've already paid him to mark,
Yeah, we paid him twice too already. Well, now 3 times but he's taking it out of the
yeah,
check.
they take it out of the check before, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that could probably go to zero like that. Okay.
And then everything else is kind of, and street flags, I don't know, I think we need a new flag at the memorial over there,
Yeah,
but flags, I think we got, duplicate this year, so I don't know, I don't think we have to buy street flags every year. I think,
oh,
when the poles get ruined, the flags get ruined, some get torn, then we
Yeah.
do, so it's not like we have to buy new ones every year.
they usually look pretty rough by the end of the season, I think.
Yeah, I think the ones they got this time are a little bit better.
They did seem better, but there's some like crazy wind tunnel through there or
Right.
something.
And they get whipped up and
Yeah, they get beat around pretty good. I think it's a better look. I know, not that I want to spend money, but I do think for something like that, it's better look. You put
Right.
out new flags than
yeah,
you have 6 new and 6
Yeah.
old. I just think that looks
Right.
better.
and then cemetery flags. I didn't know if we buy those every year.
We do.
Okay, all right.
Those go from May to November, so
Okay, I
they've
figured
done
they'd
their
be
time by the time
right.
they get it back. Yeah, they've had a hard life.
Well, we may have a box downstairs already for next year, so I'll
Okay,
double check.
that's
I don't know how that happened, but
Mosquito control. The river.
figure that out.
cleared up? What they were doing, how many times they were actually doing it versus why they were doing it or when they were. supposed to
no,
do
we
it?
just had that count where they thought they'd come here maybe 3 times this past year. But they didn't elaborate on that. I mean, it was their schedule, they're scheduled to come when they need to. If they didn't need to, then they didn't come.
Yeah, I think the question was out there, will they get paid
Right,
by
they get,
contract or
yeah, by
paid
contract.
how often they do it?
No, by contract.
By contract.
And I know it was questioned why, if we paid you a contract to spray 20 times and you spray 2 times, why would we pay you the same amount? I think that was the
Yeah.
question raised. Yeah.
Yeah, have you got the budget stuff yet from the mosquito district?
They just sent us things for, our payments. They sent to Celia and I,
Yeah.
how do we want to pay quarterly, annually,
Yeah.
semi-annually, something like that. So,
Yeah.
and then I got the minutes from the last meeting, which is pretty long today.
Yeah. and
So,
I should be getting that.
So did it go up?
I think it went down because what is it? ECLL, that's controlled somewhat by the state.
right,
And other than that, what I think ours went down a little bit, not much. But it did go down, there was some state district or towns that went up slightly, but
yeah.
we worked that budget over.
Plus, I think we spent more that other year because remember, we were still in the old contract, we were like not in part of the contract, so we had that excess to pay and.
Yeah. The volume.
Right.
Yeah,
So you should have that shortly.
And the youth league insurance too is another one that just baffles me. I don't really get why that's so.
well, yeah. Well, it's because now, 2 years ago, they they used to just do it like a blanket thing, and now it's like based on how many feet of fence there were and like that.
Oh, okay,
That's when it popped up like that,
okay.
so, yeah,
Yeah, and I think I'm pretty sure they're on our property schedule, the
yeah.
youth league, because
So why are they here and not just on the regular? Is-
general insurance.
Yeah, is
Well,
everybody?
yeah, they're broken out in each department.
Oh, everybody has?
Yeah,
So the general insurance for the rink is $120? That doesn't even.
I know. Well, I don't know if they're, which even if it was over like general insurance, like say you considered property insurance, that wouldn't be even.
Well, that's what it has to be, right?
Yeah. Let me see.
And it's more for the pool. That's, I mean,
Ooh,
no. I mean, the youth league is a bigger, well, it's a bigger piece of property and you have the park like this. I don't know, it seems
I'll
like. a
check on
lot
that with them.
of
Yeah,
money.
because we spent a lot in fiscal 24.
Yeah. We've never had any claim.
Well, I know our workers' comp though is outrageous and we never had claims either.
Alright, so if we look at in the parks about zeroing out the West Mountain Forest,
Yeah,
that should
should
help,
knock it down.
yeah. Okay. Alright, and then Department 76 is a separate article, so,
And that stayed the same.
yeah. And Department 93, taxes and assessments, I mean, what control do we have over, I mean.
I know, exactly.
I'm curious, Marble Valley's gonna stay the same, but we think they're going to reduce the number of.
Right, yeah. I don't know, some of these, like, like the ambulance stays the same. Well, they do theirs per capita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The regional planning commission, that was jumped, didn't it?
Huh?
The regional planning commission, that's what it costs to belong now?
Yeah, there are fees there, and I didn't know if under here would be, because lots of times the planning commission wants their assistance, helping in grants and stuff, and then they charge us for that.
So that's in this, or
That's what I
that's
don't-
in their budget?
That's what I didn't know if it would be included as on everything that we pay Rutland Regional Planning Commission. But that's the fee, I believe right there, just that.
Mm.
Yeah, they really provide a lot sometime and they help us with a lot of things and some of the things that they
Yeah, that's fine, I figured that was in their budget and this was the cost.
Right. And I think I did put it in the planning commission.
Okay,
But one of the things that they would help us with, the state took that away from them and they took it over, so it's
from
for
the,
planning, yeah, the planning. So that's gonna be a nightmare. The planning commission had a real handle on it.
This is solar.
That's for solar panels. Oh, I believe Pittsburgh, there's solar panels and we get credits for it.
Pittsburgh or West Proctor?
No, I think Pittsburgh, these were. And we were actually talking about it to see if it's a real value to us, and we'd have to really do an analysis because it costs us about 68,000 a year that we're paying them. And in the end, they kick us back a credit, and the credit's like 16,000. So I'm like, all right, so we're paying 50. So what we'd have to do is do an analysis with Green Mountain Power, because we get bills that are credits throughout them. And to tally all those credits to see if those credits actually balance up to make more than that $50,000 we're paying.
But I thought we were supposed to get that from the one solar field over by the castle too.
I don't know if we can get credits for that.
That Green Lantern, yeah, that was the deal in the beginning.
Well, it might be
Yeah,
part of
so-
these are from Pittsford originally, though, these
Yeah, this
contracts
is
of
up on
solar.
the truck route.
Yeah,
So how does that work? The solar panels are on
How's it decreasing our electricity?
our,
because Green Mountain Power is not billing us. We're using that, we're generating that power from solar, so Green Mountain Power is not charging us for that power. So that's, so Green Mountain Power is giving us a credit and they're charging us. So my question was, are we really ahead of the game? Whereas if Green Mountain Power just charges what they're supposed to, and we didn't have contract with this solar, how would it balance up?
I mean, how is our Green Mountain Power bills decrease?
Because we're getting power from solar, not from them.
Right, but prior to that, I mean, I don't,
who did the analysis, the initial analysis on?
I don't know if there was an analysis done, or it's just a contract they entered into to get,
how long is
Credits.
this contract for?
I don't know. I think it's just like, it looked like it was just an open-ended contract. Like, we'll provide you solar power and you'll get credits from Green Mountain Power.
Yeah,
And I know Stan used to have a good time, and it was, at budget time, he had all this stuff, this.
Yep.
Contract and how much we got back and.
Yeah, because we pay them, I think our monthly bill is, I think 5,500, 5,800
Yeah,
for the solar.
but it was and it was supposedly supposed to be changing something that I remember.
yeah, there should be an annual.
Yeah.
Well, an analysis of a savings, what the actual savings are.
Right.
So we paid $68,000.
Yeah, I think it's about that. Yeah.
And we get $16,000.
Yeah. They send us a refund. They do an analysis at the end of the year and then they send us.
So let's say $50,000 and is applied towards our GMP bill?
No, it's a credit to our account. Like we just put it like, I don't know if she has it as a general account. That's all right. We've already done you.
Great.
We're whipping right through.
Oh, okay. Yeah, could we have just a copy? How long is the contract, like extensive during?
No, it's not that long. But I can get you a copy of that and then I can also get you a copy of their bills. And then I
Yeah.
can get you a copy of Green Mountain Powers and how they credit us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just so, okay, I think it's helpful. Okay. All right, and spatial appropriations, so some of them have sent letters, right?
Mhm.
And there's no new ones on the list,
No, one did request it, but they have to petition.
yeah, and they haven't yet, so.
Mhm.
So there's no one's increasing. It's the
No,
same as last year.
right.
Okay. All right, so that is it. We could go back to the pool and the rink since you guys are here, if there's anything you want to talk about. I'll tell you, a couple things we talked about were, the cost for the phone, for the pool and the rink, they seem high, particularly for the pool. And then, heat, which I guess equates to oil at the rink seems like $2,200 for heating oil seems like a lot.
And it's cold in
Well, and I think about what I spend at my building and that seems like a lot for a building that size to me.
the heat pumps are out on all the time, right?
We don't want, but yes.
Right, yeah.
We also keep it low. Yeah. so
You keep what?
The heat is low.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Temperature.
That's not insulated.
No,
No.
No, rink building?
No, it's
when the windows are,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they're new, but they're
Yeah, but
just,
they're just not.
they're too big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, okay, grants last year, they were only open 2 or 3 times. But those 2 or 3 times, you got our doors opening in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you got kids who just stand there with the doors.
Yeah.
Which is that, and you gotta try and curb that, but you know, it's happen, but.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, those, I mean, that's just, and then the electricity at the link is like a big number too. So,
but I think that's like,
That's the heat.
I think that is the heat pump
That is
is
the heat
and the air conditioning.
And the air conditioning for whatever they used it for during the game.
Yeah,
Or for, skating.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So hopefully maybe that number will adjust a little bit, so.
I wonder if the light they put out, by the playground, I wonder if that's included in our
Street light,
street light,
I believe it is.
yeah, bill.
Mhm.
Okay.
so was there anything you want to talk to us about the rink or the pool, or, I mean. That you're not happy with in the budget, that you wanted to see increase?
Good, went over all that, but our meeting won't.
Well,
And then we talked about any big ticket items going to Mortimer to try to get those.
okay.
Yeah.
So that application has to come here to the board for the board to approve, because Judy will submit all town applications in a cover letter together.
Yeah, we're, getting our last quotes and having those printed out so that they can be
Okay.
attached to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, anyhow, we have till, it's due the end of January, but
Well, we wanna get that done.
Yeah.
In the next week or two, just so it's.
yeah. Okay,
And I don't know, I talked to Kyle because they got a new brush for the toolcat. And I told him it might be a good idea to save the old one. So that you guys could use that so that you don't have to worry about salt and they don't have to wash and swap and stuff. Like if you guys wanted to use that one all the time, then they don't have to worry about salt being in it. And you guys don't.
Approving your outdoor building.
Yeah, I think so, cause there's one in there right now that's. I think it's like 150 years old, and whatever the machine that it was using with is no longer in existence or owned by the town, so it's just literally taking up space in the shed.
so that could go, and you could see, on Saturdays, you can take stuff there to Center Rutland, it doesn't cost that much to get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
And then if you just bring the receipt back, we can refund you out of the budget, so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause they're pretty good about taking stuff
Yeah,
where the big white marble rocks are there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Yeah, and clean that out so you have space.
And the weather didn't want to cooperate again this weekend too well, did it?
No.
Friday, was it? Right, yeah,
So we're gonna make half papers.
okay,
And then we tried again Saturday night and it started snowing,
yeah,
and then tonight.
tonight, I know. Is it raining out now?
It's like a snow mist.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Wintry mix? Yeah,
Yeah,
all right.
and then you have your big Christmas holiday thing
We have
Sunday.
Santa on Sunday and then night on Saturday. So hopefully we'll.
Yeah.
And if we get open for skate, great.
Right,
Yeah,
So
oh, sounds
I know.
good.
It's gonna be.
It's
gonna
been-
be warm.
Yeah.
yeah, this
And I
week's
thought I
been.
was gonna pull snacks on, I can't give up.
Yeah,
You just go science check the weather.
Here's more about the weather. Never has.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
All right, well, what we do is we'll go through the budgets and then at the end we have one final meeting and we go through them again to see so I'll let you know when that is too. So I think we're gonna do the 23rd,
yeah, so it'll be our last meeting in
which
December.
is kind of a bad,
Gonna try to finalize.
Yeah.
Everything, so if there's anything between now and then that comes up or something like that, just let Judy know, so we can have that adjustment to the budget.
And it's the same as the printout that you gave us at the last one.
Yes, because I think what I plugged in anything, everything that we talked about. I can show it to you if you want. Yes,
Not for the oil, is that, did you guys go out to bid or?
Yeah,
yeah. We got a good price on it though.
yeah, we're with Marcel, so, yeah.
And we're switching over phone systems, so. I mean, do you guys even use that phone in there? I know there was a weird, when they switched it out, wasn't one like. Nobody would
So
call,
there's the black hole that comes here
yeah,
that we honestly don't need because when we're at the rink, you're not here.
yeah,
So it doesn't go to anybody anyways.
Right.
And then, there's the regular phone that we maybe get 2 calls a night of people just asking if we're open.
okay,
But we're pretty transparent on our Facebook page, so.
yeah,
People have any cell phones.
okay.
What does that mean, a block room that only comes through here?
I don't know, I don't think I really knew that existed.
And it's just like that.
Yeah. Oh, the black phone is like the
Yeah,
phone that we all got.
The white from the black one.
But the regular phone line, we get more scam calls than anything else.
Okay,
Like we can have.
But the black phone is a regular phone, it's not just the.
We've never used it, so.
It doesn't just call,
Ah,
it doesn't just call here, it's like a regular
We
phone.
need one for 911, that envelope, we could.
why are they the two phones
We
in
don't
there?
know. That's kind of.
Oh, are they two separate lines?
I believe so. Cause the black one doesn't ring with the white one.
Didn't he cancel one out though when they went over and swapped those out? He gave you one line?
I don't know. We just learned about Fidium on Saturday, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a nightmare. So I'll check with him because we have like one phone that,
So technically, the white phone shouldn't work, only the
I'm
black
wondering
phone.
if like the phone line for the black phone is not actually plugged into that plug.
We lost the electrician.
Maybe the black where the white phone is, the black phone needs to be. Well, the
yeah.
black phone is what we all got when we switched over, and I was told that we couldn't.
Was the black phone new to you?
Yeah. it's the-
Oh, okay, so he,
Oh, it was new when we.
Yeah, but that's what we have, it's a phone like we have.
right, but I didn't know if he put I didn't know if that's the new phone he put in. Cause
Yeah.
these are all new.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't know if it was new.
We got those.
All right, so it seems like he should have disconnected the white one.
Yeah,
Well, it's just it's 2 jacks in the same line that you just unplug the white one and.
That's exactly what the jack thing.
But there should be, I think it was a different number. He assigned different numbers to everybody. Not to, I mean, like to us, we
there's
know it's the
separate
same.
Numbers and you got 2 lanes.
yeah,
Right.
so I'd
Sure.
follow
So
up
we
with
probably
him.
should go to 2 landlines,
Right,
cause they
Maybe,
never ring at the same time. Actually, the black one doesn't ring at all.
unless you both wanna be on the phone at the same time. All right,
that's funny that you thought that phone just called here.
yeah.
I think I was told that one time.
like the presidential line, the red phone.
You know, interconnect people, I'm like, okay, cool.
Like you pick it up and I'm just there.
Like a platform. The ring phone.
Yeah.
It's not,
Wow.
that's funny.
All right,
so
let me
maybe
check
we
with him
could,
and then we'll see, so we got.
Figure out our.
Wait a minute. All right. All right, anything else? All right, well, thanks for rushing in here.
Okay, thank you.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
You too.
Let me know if you guys need anything for Sunday.
We need to apply on the black ones.
Yeah,
Let us know if you wanna.
Judy, do you have this back?
Oh, yeah, can I?
I think I have it up.
That's all right, I do. Thanks. All right, 45.
all right, well, so we'll figure out the phone there.
Yeah, sure we will.
Well, I'm thinking I had the same kinds of issues with the phone when they first came to see me too.
We didn't add anything to the list. But they actually need.
Well,
Um,
some of the things that they want are bigger things they're gonna apply to more than before. And try that, rather than putting it, rolling with the budget. And then just kind of going from there,
and I bumped up a few of the things, like equipment and building repairs, so.
cause I do think like, we're gonna have to, and maybe they can do it, cause they seem pretty handy, but, there's gonna have to be like some copying, I mean, that seems to be our thing, so, between like the,
Or something.
posts or something, or whatever it is, because in some places you can kind of see.
I mean, that's a major repair. I mean, it's like log on log. There's
Yeah.
nothing.
There's not, it just, I never knew that. One is insulated there.
No,
No, there's no, it's long.
yeah,
There's, yeah, but there should be something.
Well, there's a groove in there, but
yeah,
there's nothing.
that's why, like in the
That's
summer, it used to be so hot in there, and the windows never opened before. So you just have those two doors that open.
Plus, there's a fireplace, and the wood fire heats things up a lot better than.
Right.
Oh, the old one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the.
I know, it was awesome back then.
Think how what your insurance would be, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so, you know, everybody should have copies of what we've looked at so far. I would recommend just, you know, scanning them for nighttime reading. So, at the next meeting, you know, if you had concerns or think numbers are off or something, that we can, you know, really look at stuff and try to, set the budget, you know.
Pointed a few things out here already.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, everyone, you know, look through fire department, you know, all that and,
And plus, if by then I get more concrete numbers from certain things, you know.
okay. So we do need an executive session for personnel and contracts. So a motion would be in order to enter executive session at 7:27.
Second.
All those in favor?
I,